All right. Next topic is DC Comics relaunching their comic book universe to coincide with the DCU. Opinions?
Honestly, I think this is the biggest mistake.
I
if
think
they
so
do
too,
that too.
man. I'm scared.
This is one of the reasons why I don't like.
Wait, this is starting from New 52 over again?
Over again.
Yes.
They're going to
That's
call it
too
the
much.
DCU.
I mean, it was
rebooting
granted.
it.
It was 2011 when they did the New 52.
Well,
when they
Really? It was that long ago?
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
rebooting it again
Just to coincide with the movies.
The movie
Yeah.
universe, just
Are
like
they
how
rebooting
Marvel is.
everything
You know
or
what I mean?
just the connected?
Just the connected universe things, like everything Batman, everything Superman, everything Green
Oh.
Lantern, Aquaman, Flash, Wonder Woman.
I honestly think this is the reason why I think this is a big mistake. I think the comic world is so great and full of creativity and full of endless storylines. And if you limit...
You don't want duplicates.
What? No.
Like reading the same thing you're going to see. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
I
no.
wouldn't want that.
What they're saying is I think what Toby was saying is if they do something in the comic books, it's canon now with the movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, this movie is issues 1 through 10 of the comics.
No.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So it's
This allows them to like flesh out backstories more and stuff like that.
yeah.
It'd be kind
And
of cool to have series tied in with the movies that come out too.
here's why
now.
here's why I don't like it is because when it comes to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., one of the reasons why I didn't like that show, I think it's a piece of shit show, but I don't like that show because they're reliant on their cinematic universe. They can't tell certain
everything's-
stories
yeah.
because
Yeah.
All
it may
canon.
conflict with their
Right.
movies.
Exactly.
That's what I don't want in the comic book world. I don't want them to limit their storytelling.
Which is where
because-
DC kind of, they one-up them because they can do whatever they want on their shows.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. That goes for their television. Their television shows separate from their movie universe, and the movie universe separate from the comics. I love that because each one has their own creativity going, and they could do whatever they want. Essentially,
You know, I feel now that they have like Jessica Jones and Daredevil. I felt like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was they're like trying to mesh everything together, and they failed at it. You know what I mean? But with Jessica Jones and Daredevil, they succeeded in like dropping like little things like, oh, okay, this is a connected universe. Like I could see where, you know what I mean?
Well, I like the fact that
things
they
would
don't shove it down
happen.
your throat either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel that way with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, the only thing that has going for it is Agent Coulson. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing more of him, but
even
as far as
I
that,
didn't
like,
even bother to try watching that show.
it's horrible. Like, I watched the first season, and after that, I had to watch the second and third because
on season
I've
3?
just gone so far with it that you can't stop. You know what I mean? It's like an addiction.
that's how I felt with Doctor Who. Really,
You're just like, you're too invested at that point to leave it. You know what I mean? But you should leave it, you know?
Supergirl.
Well, the one thing that happened to the video game industry, which is happening again now, is that when you oversaturate the market, it makes it really hard for me to care about certain things. And if you're going to put a show out for this and a show out for that, and a movie out for this and a movie out for that, eventually it's too many for me to watch. It's too many storylines for me to keep up with. It's too many characters for me to care about. I think they really need to be careful with how many shows they're putting out. Even if they're all good, there's really only so many I can entertain at once.
yeah, that was true.
Marvel and Netflix. Too many shows coming out.
As long as they're separate, that's
Or very, very
the
different.
key.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because if I'm a fan of the movies and if I don't watch Daredevil, I'm gonna feel like I just missed something, like maybe that could be crucial to that universe. You know who might fail at it, but is yet to be known as the Star Wars, the canon. You know, with all the books that are
Rogue
coming
One.
out,
Yeah.
Rogue One, and all the novels that have come out. We have yet to see if that's going to succeed or not.
The
Are
comics
they
are canon.
connecting
Sorry.
them?
Yep.
The comics are canon.
The comics are canon. The
Yep.
novels are canon.
They're all prequel stories,
Well, it depends.
like the Darth Vader one.
Like there's a book called Lords of the Sith. That storyline takes place before episode 4 and after episode 3. There's the book Aftermath, which takes place like after Return of the Jedi.
yeah.
You know, but that's fine because like right up after Return of the Jedi and the new Star Wars, there's like 30 years that you can play with. You know, so. But yeah, they're
Like all the stuff pertaining to like Jason Solo,
I'm
that
so
stuff's
waiting.
out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm still waiting for Shadows of the Empire. All right.
Well, when Disney originally said that they were cutting off a lot of that stuff from canon, I thought that was like, okay, separate. Like books are separate universe, comic books separate universe, which, to be honest, I kind of like better because we're basically saying, oh, we like this opposite tactic from the Marvel universe in the Star Wars stuff. And I don't know. That's, again, too much for me. And they're going to be limited to how much stuff they can play around with and which timelines or time zones they can be in.